What makes you think PulseChain will succeed? Because there's plenty of counterpoints. There's plenty of constructive and not constructive criticism out there for PulseChain, for Richard. He needs to come back and live stream, all this stuff. What makes you so confident that this is the place to be and to put your energy and capital and build all this stuff on?
To be honest, I'll be honest about this question, which is a very important question, but the most bullish thing to me is not even the tech. It's not PulseX. It's not the possibilities of new products. I think the most bullish thing about this community is our leader, is Richard, you know. He's like the most bullish thing. And that's why we are missing out so much, because he's not streaming anymore. So he's more like, even he's active on Twitter. We don't have the same connection with him like we used to have before, you know. But I know Richard. I know he has good intentions. I know he knows about crypto more than most, and more, you know, like few do about crypto. And he's not perfect. He made some mistakes with our bags of PulseChain, whatever. But the intention is there, and we are still going to win in the end. Because people need to realize, like, think about Richard, like the kind of guy that knows very well about scams, you know. And maybe back in the day when he was doing the email, like spamming emails, this is kind of a scam, even though it's just marketing, but, you know. So he has close contact with the scam, and he decided to fight it as much as he can and to try to be a force of good, especially in this space of crypto. And because he has so good knowledge about the scams, that's a very good weapon on his side, because he knows what sucks, he knows what doesn't work, and he knows what not to do. So now he, you know, we can believe in him in different ways. So we can believe in him in the way that he will manage his own PulseChain SEC bag. That's one point. We can believe in him in the way that at the right moment, he will have the marketing stunt that will bring us to the moon. Or we can just believe in him in the way that, you know, if he decides to keep a low profile for the legal reasons and stuff, we need to be here for him as well and help him to fulfill his vision. And especially the guys that got more rewarded from his stuff, from his creations. I'm one of them. I'm one of the people that made more money with Richard. So I have this urge to give back, urge that many people for sure share, like OGs, like, you know, Wild SJ and Captain. All these people, they are so glad for Richard that they want to help him back, especially the OGs. So I'm one more, and I was away for most of the time. Like I was just a guy behind following Hex and the streams for like 3 years, I think. And then one day I was browsing this website, xscout.com, and on the portfolio, I saw like the dev put like Firewell and Godwell and the Dreamer account, which I think was Majid. What was the name of the
Kareem?
Kareem, yeah, Kareem. So Kareem was one, Godwell was another one, and the Firewell, I was curious, who is this guy? You know, and I clicked Firewell, and then it was my wallet, and I was like, what the fuck? Looks like I'm the Firewell. It kind of sounds good, you know, and I adopted it from there. And yeah, it was just like a sign someone in the community knew my one of my wallets, and they respected my actions and stuff, and they put Firewell. And that was kind of the trigger for me to become more engaged in this community and try to help Richard. Also, like the timing when I decided to create my token, there was a lot of FUD and stuff about Richard, and I wanted to create some goodness in that during that period of time. And I think I managed to do it, you know. A lot of people made crazy gains on SolidHEX, unbelievable gains, you know, if they joined on the first day. And a lot of these people that made gains with SolidHEX then sold the gains back to richer hardcores. So I'm happy for that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel compelled to following Richard since 2017 and of course Hex and PulseChain, all this stuff. And I just feel like if he wins, it's good. Like it's good for not only for our bags, but it's like good for the world. Like you said, being a force for good in the world. Like I believe he's
I
going to
agree.
be.
And especially now, Max. Look, all he had to go through with the SEC and Interpol. I can imagine like how much like will he has inside to show the world that he's not who people think he is. So I used to tell my guys, like, the real player, you only see the real players. This is thinking about the soccer perspective, but makes sense in this case as well. You only see who are the real players under pressure. And when Richard was under pressure, look what he did. He fought like a warrior and he won against the SEC. He was one of the first ones to beat them. So that's telling you something, that's signaling something of what's to come.